What is up, all my chosen ones? Jazz Royce back, guys, and welcome to the next installment of the AMA series, Jazzed Up. On today's episode, guys, we got Meditoken in the building. That's right, with special guest, Mr. Burt. All right, now before we begin, guys, please smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you're new to the channel as well. My man Brian is in here. What's up, bro? Already starting. Thank you so much for that $10 donation, my brother. I see you, man. Now, without further ado, guys, let's give it up for Brandon Styles, the CEO of Meditoken. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But that's not all, folks. Let's go add my guy, Mr. Burt, in the building, too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's it going, fellas?
What's up?
What's going on? What's going on?
Good to have you guys here with us. I was about to say this morning. For me, it's morning.
It feels like it's still morning.
Yep.
Great to see both of you guys here, man. And I'm happy to be here talking about Meditoken this episode. I know, Burt, you already had an AMA with them, so you're already familiarized with how things were during that point in time, and now you get to see the comparison of where they are now.
Exactly.
So that's going to be real cool, man. Brandon, how you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man. Just riding this wave, man. Staying busy.
Yes, sir. How does it feel to be running a successful project that's already been lasting longer than most of these new projects for 2022?
It's crazy, man. It feels good, man. A lot of hard work and got a great team behind me and a great community, man. But it feels good to be able to take charge and make this happen.
Absolutely, man. Grab it by the reins, as they say. Grab it by the reins, man. So let's go pull up this website, man. Let's look at what Meditoken is. First of all, here we are, the cover of the site. This looks like some real high quality stuff. Not to mention, even if you look at the details, like they blink in their eyes, like little things like that, man. How'd this come about, Brandon?
So the website, how'd that come about?
Yes, sir. With the details and all of that, man.
Yeah, man. So we got a very talented squad. We got our web developer, Lee. And this is pretty much his baby, man. Like I told him, go ahead and run with it. I gave him an idea. He just ran with it. So everything you see is like his creation.
Like full creative control. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this, guys. I mean, they're not playing around. They got everything broken down. They got what their vision is in video form, the MEDI hub, a section for their charity and donations, which we're going to get into in just a second, and the upcoming Play to Earn game called Medicopter. They also have a preview right here. So, Brandon, man, just tell us a bit about Meditoken, man. What got the inspiration for this project?
Yeah, so Meditoken, the inspiration came from the pandemic. So, like, during that time, like, things were crazy. We got to see how like the healthcare industry, the healthcare sector was getting hit real hard, how nurses and doctors, first responders were being hit real hard and being like overworked with like little resources and like how they're being overwhelmed. And I had always thought like, you know what, like I've always had a love for crypto and I've always wanted to do my own project. And I'm like, well, you know, if I ever had a chance to do a project, how could you do something where you can take the money in crypto and funnel it to like a worthy cause as well as, you know, making gains off of it. So the pandemic hit, and then I saw that and thought about, you know what, why not take something that can benefit the healthcare sector and first responders and tie that to crypto? And then that's more or less how Meditoken was created.
Wow. Oh, man. So the original idea behind this project was for it to be a direct charity token.
Yeah. So the original idea was mainly like, okay, let's try to find a way to funnel money from crypto to the healthcare sector. So that was like the main like premise of it. Then after that, I thought, you know what, you still gotta have a utility token that something's going to bring investors value. You know, keep the relevance of the project and keep things going. So why not make it a full utility project where it can be more than just charity, something bigger than that.
Nice. And we know from how the pandemic started, man, the medical industry, there was a lot of people being overworked and severely underpaid, man. And we saw it taking a toll big time. So that was a real great idea that you came up with this concept as just a means originally to help them out. And now look at what it's evolved into. So that's really good, man. And as for you, Brandon, what is your background? Is it in relations to the medical field or?
Not, I don't have any medical background. I got
Mhm.
some family members that are like nurses and first responders as well. And I know how hard their day-to-day jobs are just before the pandemic was and how
You
they've
see it firsthand.
yeah, yeah. So like I don't have any experience like personally with being a first responder in the medical field, but I'm closely related and closely like in touch with it.
Gotcha. Enough to see what the struggle's like, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, I appreciate that. I gotta applaud that first to begin with, man. It's not every day you see someone stepping up to the plate like that, and Bert, you know what I mean. These day and age, you see a coin come out, they talk about charity. It's usually just like as a gimmick, just to get people to buy into it, and who knows
Exactly.
where that money really going to.
Exactly. Yep.
But it's in this case,
Meditoken. When I came across Meditoken, the same impression that you got from just the overall look and feel of the website. To me, that's like that's your building. That's where you really capture people. If that's not looking right, then it's already right there, a red flag right there to create some type of trust, right? And that
absolutely.
was at lunch, man. I noticed these guys came out, even with the logo, man. I saw the logo prior to it being out. And one of my biggest regret, because I'm a big believer in getting in early type of guy and just hold
Yep,
on.
I hear you.
That's why I'm still holding on to my Saitama bag, regardless how many punches it takes, right?
You and I
And
both,
I'm
man.
like, damn, I miss MEDI, man. And I put the notification off so I can get all the news. But somehow, man, as different project hit me up, I lost it. I'm like, damn, man, they lost. But I was happy, man, when I got a chance to actually sit down with Brendan. And, and I really was impressed with what they were doing even prior to even them being launched. I was like, yo, this thing's going to be a hit. And it is, and this is one of these type of projects, just like so many other great projects that people are not really looking at as they should, right?
Yes,
And these are the projects that's gonna survive. A project like Meditoken, because we know right now there's a lot of projects that people are buying right now, but guess what? How long they gonna last, right?
exactly.
And
That's a big factor that people don't really talk about in crypto. Even some coins that I've gotten into, they're here today, and literally by the end of the week, you don't hear anything from them anymore.
bro,
Telegram
you should
dry
see
as the Sahara.
you should see my wallet, man. I got so much trash in my wallet, man. I need to
All that
recycle that
tumbleweed,
junk. But I tell you,
all
you
that
know, I
tokens.
yeah. I take risk. Like I always tell people, the way I look at it, you cannot say you know something until you experience it. Really, you could read it in a book, you could read it on an article, whatever, but you don't really know it until you experience it. Like I put myself in risky situations just so I can have something to talk about. Hey, I learned this because I experienced it and this and that. If I
Yeah,
tell people the way that I really set up my wallet, right? Like a token like Meditoken. For me, Meditoken would be like a long hold type of token, not a token that I'm looking for a big pump
the
and then
pump and
this and
then
that,
dump,
because it
for the
has a
next big
good
thing.
cause behind it. It has good use case. It has longevity. You know what I mean? That's a token you could just leave off just reflection as time go by. This is like
That's true.
buying Tesla type of stocks, and then you wait for like 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, and then it's gonna become something later on huge in the crypto market. You have a lot of these projects, but you also have your project where you're like, man, I'm holding this thing for a week because it
Yeah,
comes out today and
we
you
all
see
know
it's
that.
having, and then you know what I mean. But people just like thinking that every project is not the same, and you have to
That's true.
categorize the project that you invest in. Not financial advice, but that's just the way I look at it.
Mhm.
You have to categorize the type of project. Like, I'm holding my Saitama for a reason, because if I'm looking at the trash that's going on right now, I dump that junk. But this is part of my long-term list. And when I do that, I'm very like so strongly believe that, listen, man, it's either gonna make me rich or it's gonna go down to zero. But I
Exactly. It's
do have
always a
another
gamble.
list of project that's my trash project. I take 1,000 here, 1,000
You
there,
know,
whatever.
it
You know
is
what I
what it
mean?
is. Whatever happens, happens. Yep.
Yeah, if you say you're gonna make money into crypto, you gotta really formulate a plan to get you to where you want to go. You can't just be like
Absolutely.
just buying all kinds of whatever and you don't have no plan. So like Meditoken would definitely be in my top 5 or whatever type of list, because my list right now is top 5 down to another top 5 of my trashy projects, and then I got my
Mhm.
risky You know what I'm saying? That's the
a smart way
projects
to
that,
organize it.
yeah, exactly. You have to, bro, because other than that, you're gonna have money today and be broke tomorrow. And I've seen it happen. Oh, I lost $75,000. How'd you did that, man? How'd you do that? Like, I would never like $500,000, man. The most I put into a project is $2,000. You know, and that's it. Because I get in early. If I'm early, like, unless you think you're gonna make $1 million, because there's too much risk involved for me to go ahead and pay at $75,000. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's you know what I mean? That's like playing poker with your eyes closed. Like, you know, you don't do that, right? But you have a project like this, you know, just the quality of everything and basically what they stand behind, man. I you know, the thing is, as I'm sitting here looking at you, looking at the website, bro, there's certain things that's coming to mind that I'm like, yo, I gotta tell Brendan this after the show, man. I'm gonna tell you some stuff. I don't know, you guys probably already thinking about it. Are you guys thinking about getting into? Are there any NFTs associated with this at all?
Yeah, we got an NFT drop right now.
Boom. Okay. Yeah. How about the metaverse? Are you thinking about doing something in the metaverse at all?
I would like to. We would like to, man. On the growth of the project, definitely.
Okay, cool.
That's solid. That was gonna spiral into my next question, bro. I was gonna ask you, Brandon. I was gonna say, so after what we just discussed with, you know, knowing the tokens that are for long term and the ones that are for pump and dump, and then like the midterm swing trading plays, what do you think makes Meditoken stand out, in which it gives investors an incentive that they should hold this long term?
Well, okay. So first off, like Meditoken, we got our LLC. So we're an LLC.
Right.
Yeah. So we're an organization. Right. And on top of that, we already applied for our 501c3, which makes us a charitable organization as well.
Double check mark.
Yeah. So like once we get that 501c3, like, you know, application like approved, and we get that certification saying, hey, you know what, you're LLC and you're a 501c3. That right there shows that we're in it for the long haul. Like I vision this to be 10, 15, 20 years plus, like an Apple or a Google. Or,
I love that.
Yeah, something like that.
That's the visionaries we're looking for.
Yeah. So that's one reason that if you get in, you know, we're not going anywhere, because we're doing like we're beating, like when the regulations come from, like, you know, the government with the crypto stuff, like we're already trying to get one step ahead of that stuff. Say, hey, we're legitimate. We got LLC, sir. We got the 501c3. We're not trying to hide from anything. We're here. So that's a big thing right there, I feel like.
I give you big respect for that, man. Like
you're right,
man. That's great right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Man. Setting the example. Securing everything that should be secured before regulation and everything comes, because we all know, especially with what happened with Biden doing that approval, is that a lot of these other pump and dump devs and scammers out there, they're gonna have to run. You know, like there's only gonna be so far they can go now. Now it's gonna be straight legitimacy in the space coming forward. So I'm glad that you took that step, Brandon, above and beyond, above the other competitors in the space, to already solidify it. Got the LLC, got the 501c3, and you're already thinking long term about how Meditoken can last like a decade from now. People still holding on to their Medi bag. So I love that, man.
Just to add something, right? And relating to what you just said, you know, that what we were talking about earlier and relating to how a lot of these projects are not going to survive. And you brought in the whole Biden thing, right? Okay. So on what basis do we think that they're going to regulate crypto, right? What example would they use? You know, we tend to go based off what we already know, okay? Because that's how humans operate. What we already know here in America is all business. Everything is business. So if they're gonna apply certain regulation towards crypto, it's gonna be, you know, the same system as they regulate every business here in America, right? So that's why it's important that no matter what you think about crypto right now, talking about decentralization, listen, there's gonna be some type of control that is being put on crypto that is gonna be based on a business model type of system, business model type of regulation. Yeah, so you talking about charity? Well, what type of regulation does charities have? Then you have to apply it towards your own business right now, because the only difference with what you're doing is that it's backed up by a token.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
So now, when the government comes for regulation versus a project that says, hey, I'm a charity project versus another project that says the same thing but have no paperwork, no type of standard that follows through with the same business model of a charity, then at that point, guess what? Who's going to be at the window? The business that think that, oh, I'm decentralized. Well, get the heck out of here. You a business. You
Yeah,
taking people's money, right?
exactly.
So by you guys starting that 501c3 and that LLC and actually doxing yourself, and it opens the door. And this is why I asked you about the metaverse. And people don't really talk about this much. Right now, there's a lot of things that we're doing right now that's going to be done in the metaverse. What we think we're not going to have nurses in the metaverse, doctors in the metaverse, firefighters, cops in the
Even just
metaverse.
office jobs
Well,
alone in the metaverse.
We're going to have everything in the metaverse. So the more you prepare yourself to operate as a business in the metaverse, I really think the more that you're going to be in a position to make money and also keep yourselves legitimate.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got to give it to you, Brandon. And piggybacking off of what Bert just said, what you're doing is great because you're setting the example, and what this new found crypto regulation is going to start doing for other devs is going to start putting the heat on them to let them know, hey, listen, either you're going to start treating your token like an actual business and have everything legitimized, or you're just not even going to make a token at all. Because at this point, we've seen so many pump and dumps, so many rug pulls, so many slow rug pulls, so many like schemes and things like that. So I was saying earlier, I reckon I welcome the regulation to an extent, but I welcome the regulation in terms of the safety and security that it provides for the investors. It puts the heat on developers such as yourself, which you're already doing, to make sure that everything is set in place, T's are crossed, I's are dotted before rolling out with a token, and I have everything organized and ordered, thus building trust of newfound investors and newfound money to come into the space.
Yeah.
So, hats off, man. Hats
Ponzi
off.
in the building.
Yeah, Ponzi, thanks for showing love, man. I appreciate that. Pablo, thank you so much for your donation as well. I also appreciate that, man. Thanks for tuning in, guys. So let's go do a little deep dive in the website, shall we? So here we are, guys. We are here at the Meditoken roadmap, and as we can see, phase 1 is just about done at this point. The only thing left is the play to earn game launch, which is right up here, folks. It's called right up here, called Medicopter. I played a preview, but my computer's a little archaic, so it might lag up the stream. I'm not sure.
Don't take the chance.
What's the concept behind Medicopter, the play to earn game?
Yeah, so Medicopter is our first play to earn that's fully finished. We got like several games right now. We got 3 that are fully developed, and we got another 2 that we're working on. Medicopter is based off of it's Flappy Birds. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to dress it up for you. It's Flappy Birds, but with like a first responder rescue feel to it.
Nice. Okay, see, I like to see just like that. You just set the tone right there, because I was addicted to Flappy Birds when that came out, man. So the fact that you're bringing that theme back, but you're revamped, because I saw the preview, how you're like saving people from like buildings up top with the helicopter and stuff like that. So it's like Flappy Birds with the Meditoken twist to it in the modern day era, man. So that's
how long you think the game's gonna be till it's ready? Not the specific date, of course. You know we hate that.
So right now we're working on building an infrastructure for the servers that's going to house. So our Medi Hub is going to house our NFTs, our games, our swap. You know, we're thinking about trying to get a blockchain going on as well.
Wow.
So that hub is going to house all this stuff. So we're trying to get all that like tight, secure one time now. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to keep going back in and doing updates to the servers and all that. So we've been working on that the past 2 months. Yeah.
That's nice.
So we're thinking
Medi Hub right here.
We're thinking the servers should be done this month. And the servers are done this month. We can do the beta of the Medicopter. And the beta goes good, man. We can have that thing launched by end of this month, beginning of next month. Yeah.
These guys are putting in some work, man, just in this month alone.
Yeah.
I like, hey, these are the type of news update that I like to let me know.
Yeah.
Should I ape in? You know, and that's why people be trying to complicate crypto, man. Hey, I look, what's about to be ready? Oh, you got something coming? Oh, it's about to drop. Okay, shoot, I got a month. I got a week. Yeah, right. That's how you know.
That's how it's done. Yeah, and I like that Brandon is so straightforward about it because we're so used to Des being like, oh, well, we're doing this, but I can't really tell you that yet. Or we're thinking it is, but I don't want to share that just yet. And you just, boom, straight shooting. You already got it under control. It's already in the works. And now it's just having us, the outsiders, catching up to what you guys are doing. So that's already a great approach that you guys are taking to this. I saw Ponzi was asking about the NFTs, man. Where can I see the NFTs to pull those up for everybody?
So they're on OpenSea. If you go to either our Twitter account or OpenSea, you can see them. And then you'll have to look up Meditoken.
All right, let's do
all one word though.
Meditoken all together.
Yep.
Here we go.
So snap. Yeah. Now we had more. So I know you're probably looking like, man, it ain't got 4, but not so. We got a set of 1,000. And that 1,000, we're releasing them in batches. So we released our first batch of like 50 about a week, maybe 2 weekends ago. Those sold out. So now we're kind of like trickling more NFTs along the way. The thing is, we don't want to throw out the full 1,000 and then have everybody that's a holder now buy them up. So we're trying to be slow.
So there's nothing for the new people that are just coming in.
Exactly. So we try to make it fair for everybody. So like every weekend, every few days, we'll probably put 10 out, 10, 15 out. So we're trying, but we got 1,000 so far, and out of that 1,000, I'm pretty sure 60 have sold. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But now they're awesome, man. And then with those NFTs, we're going to have a charity. We're going to have a companion token to go with the NFT. So it's kind of like we're going to have a treasury, and we're going to have a companion token. So if you're a holder of the NFTs, you'll get that companion token, and you'll get some of the treasury dividends as well.
Wow.
We haven't started that yet, but that's what we're working on next for the
Brandon is such a long range thinker, bro. Like he's becoming one of my favorite devs.
Yeah. I need to ape into MEDI hard, man. Gosh.
Yo, man, let's go pull the chart, man. Let's see how everything's looking, man. Hey, this actually looking like a good opportunity too, Bert, if you wanted to ape in. Not financial advice. Guys, not financial advice.
Boy, like, see, this the type of project I don't know. I'm not telling you guys. I'm just letting. That's me. I don't know.
Bro, you gonna make me do something impulsive with this.
You know, the crazy thing is like I work so fast, man. Like so fast, and I kind of like, yo, man. You know, you look into a project and then you move on and look into another.
There's so much of them.
This was a great opportunity for me to have a chance to really take a good look at Meditoken again. See, now I'm able to look at it on investor's mindset because I'm like on the other side right now, you know, not a host mindset or whichever. So now this is pretty interesting to me, man. Like, because I remember we talked about the chain and it wasn't 100% confirmed yet, but now it's like, yeah, that thing is coming. So that's amazing, man.
Yeah, we're working on that, man. We're working on that on the back burner right now. We're slowly doing like the blockchain work now, but as you know, a blockchain takes years
time, and that's
dedicated team. So we got so we're doing the groundwork now for it. So when we get to that stage, you know, with the growth, we can go ahead and start outsourcing or getting more people to the team that can contribute to the continuing of building it.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy crap, man. And the price looks like a good entry point. I'm not gonna lie, because it looks like this was our support right here. Down in the mid 5s, it looks like, and now we're up here in the 8s. Man, okay, $800,000 market cap, $128,000 in liquidity. Pretty good ratio. And the total supply of the tokens, if I'm looking correctly, it's 1 billion tokens.
The total supply is 1,000 quads.
Oh, 1,000 quads. Okay, I was like, man, 1 billion with all these zeros.
Nah, it's a lot of tokens out there.
Crazy stuff. That's defying gravity. but it's looking good, man. And I noticed a little thing here. It said Meditoken V2. Did anything happen with the V1 contract previously?
Yeah. So this relaunch, I'll keep it short. Bert knows about our history. But I won't try to expand on it because it's a lot to talk about. But
okay.
Basically, what happened was we outsourced a blockchain developer for our V1. He wasn't fully doxed to us. Like, the core team, we talked to the guy. He was in our Telegram chat. We communicated with him, phone calls, all that. He was working with us for about 6 to 8 weeks, building us.
Wow. A good rapport established.
Yeah, so we thought he was building us a legit contract, and we thought he was working on our play to earn game and all that stuff. So we launched our first V1 December the 15th. Probably within the first 5 hours of that launch, the blockchain developer, so we thought we had control of the contract.
Yeah.
We find out he had control of the contract still. So what happened was
he didn't.
The 5th hour of launch, he takes control of the contract, mints new tokens, drains liquidity, then turns off all trading. Right?
So
he
rugged.
So we got pushed, basically. Worst thing ever, man.
It was almost like an in-house rug on the devs.
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell?
And the core team didn't know what was going on, man. We didn't know. So we're all like, what happened? What's going on? And the blockchain developer, he was like, oh, no, I don't know what happened either. And then we found out, you know what happened. You're the reason.
He was the one that caused it. Oh my gosh, man.
And that first launch, I think we had about 150 people that got in. Yeah. So 150 people got rugged in 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. It was bad.
And that must be so tough to even explain, because obviously, when investors see that on a launch, the first thought is the whole dev had this plan from the beginning.
Right.
They pulled it under our feet, when in reality it was a bad apple in the team that actually did that to the devs. I never heard the devs getting rugged on their own project.
Yeah.
I've seen. Listen. Yep. Bro, it happens. It happens a lot.
They'll spend 6 to 8 weeks working with somebody, building a good rapport, establishing trust, and then just turn around and just, all right, joke's on you. They don't ever think that karma is going to come back around at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, crazy, man. And we were paying this guy weekly, right? So we thought he was a legit guy. We're paying him weekly. The thing was, man, so I got referred this scam developer from another dev team that I had aped in personally. And I liked what they were doing with their team and their token. So I talked to them and said, hey, I got my own thing going on. Can you refer me somebody? They referred me that developer. That developer rubbed me. So I was like, oh, so we didn't think anything of it because I thought he was a legit guy. I'm like, well, I got you.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Crypto's a scammy place, man.
It's a crazy
game.
Really
is. It really is. Game. I mean, someone in the comment just asked, there was a token I did a video on. It was a paid promo video, and that one rugged, man. The same exact thing. I went into the desk. I'm like, yo, what happened? I put my money in. Everything was up the first hour. I come back at the end of the day. What happened? Oh yeah, Telegram, somebody bought it, this and that, and I'm like, bro, are you guys working on it? You guys trying to fix it? Yeah, we're trying to see what we could do. It never got fixed.
Man. I mean, when they drain you, they leave you with nothing, no money. It's pretty hard to fix things. You know?
But I'm still getting over the fact that people are so cruel that they will actually do this to their own dev team that they're getting paid by and that they've been working closely with for weeks.
It doesn't matter. Like Brendan just said, if they control the contract, man, let's say Brendan is my developer. He's the one launching the contract. He's the one putting the contract together. Yeah, he's part of the dev team, but technically he's really not, right? I'm paying you to do the job. Right. But
he's like an
malicious intent, right? Say you paid me $10,000 to do the job.
Yeah.
All right. Launch the contract. It's greed, bro. It's greed. Just like, yo, I'm not even thinking about nobody else. I could make anywhere from $20 to $50 to $100,000 right now at lunch and suck all that liquidity plus that $10,000 I got paid, man. That's a retirement payday type of stuff. Who you think is gonna sit back and try to talk about morals, man? A lot of these people don't have more. When we talk about this amount of money, morals is pretty much out the window.
It's
man.
out the window.
Integrity is like out the window, and half the time these guys you don't even know them.
Yeah,
people literally sell their integrity for some quick cash.
Yeah,
like it's man. Oh man, I feel like even my.
But you know, these are some of the things that I'm glad Brendan went into this, man. These are some of the things. Me personally, I know. I can't tell people because you know what? The crazy thing is, my face is on here. These guys, they're hiding somewhere. You don't know where. They could be here in America. They could be somewhere on Mars or somewhere, wherever they're at. You don't know these guys, man. These guys are developers. They're programmers. They're all kinds of. These guys could send all kinds of crazy junk to you, your computer, and find ways to attack you.
That's true. Dang, that's true.
This is why a lot of people are not talking about what's going on. And guess what? Who's getting blamed? The dev that you can see right now, but you don't know what these devs are going through, man.
People don't realize the dev that they can see, that's the one that's putting everything on their shoulders, walking like smiling with their head high, but they're dealing with.
I would listen. I never said I would not come out with a project. I don't know, right?
I would. I don't have the guts for it.
Right now, I know exactly. Yeah, I know exactly the evil that I'm gonna be dealing with, man. It's a lot of evil. Let me tell you, we talking about a dev that actually launched the contract of Meditoken, right? But then you have the other projects dev that don't want your project to succeed.
Dang, that's
true. These guys that got millions of dollars and hire their own social media army to go fund the heck out your project so it doesn't succeed. And it's not going to succeed because majority of people have no clues to what we know on the back end. They don't know. You can't tell them. So they're not educated. So they're just buying into the FUD and say, hey, man, I'm scared of this project. And that's all they want. They want to create that fear where you don't even buy into it. Why you think a lot of good project like Meditoken, people are just not, because,
you see people putting money into other charity tokens, like dumping mad ETH just because they want to see that quick pump and that quick return, like by this time tomorrow. But then you got a token like Meditoken that a lot of people were overlooking that are doing it the legitimate way because one bad apple that they outsourced tried to sabotage the whole thing on launch. Like it's crazy stuff. This circles back to we do need some type of regulation in this space.
Yeah, you do.
Crazy.
And like I said, what kind of project you think regulation is gonna go after? You think they're gonna waste their time to go after like a project like Meditoken, which they can track, which they know that, hey, I'm gonna get my tax money from this project, and that's all the government care about, my tax money.
Yeah.
On a project that have no type of paperwork, no type of this, no type of
really
that.
Care about our safety.
How the heck do I track how much money you coming in to know how much money I should expect from you? That's can't. You don't have no paperwork. You are decentralized, on docs, invisible, a ghost. So guess what? How long you think they're gonna last?
That's true.
Yeah,
and it's bringing things to the forefront. I'm sure, like even with regulation, like when that guy tried to pull that, could have easily tracked him down and hit him with some lawsuit or something. He would have been screwed.
People said these type of project rug pull too. Yeah, they do rug pull because a lot of time rug pull happen just like Brennan told you. It's not the devs a lot of time. Okay, so now, but guess what? They have a way to track these people. 5 years, 10 years down the line, they can be tracked because there's a paper trail. There's a trail of something to follow.
Yes, sir.
But when you compare it to an Undocs, not KYC, no LLC, nothing, there's no trail, man. You just invest your money into a ghost project, and then when they go ghost on you, they ghost. You can't track that at all. There's no hope.
It's pulling the slot lever at the machine. That's really what you're doing with those projects. So it's good to see that you guys definitely bounce back from that mishap, man. How from a dev's perspective, when you encounter a situation like that, what is it that you would like investors to know that they may not know? Because I'm sure everyone was coming after you and everybody else thinking you guys rugged them and stuff like that without understanding like what really happened. What would you have to say to them or what goes on behind the scenes?
Man, like I would just say, like in our case, man, we got lucky because everybody. I know there was some heavy FUD that day. It wasn't even FUD because it happened. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like they were FUDing. They
Oh
were,
yeah, I get you. It's kind of like
you know,
negative facts, but still facts.
yeah. So we explained everything to them. There were some people like, nah, it's BS. And then there was people on Twitter and other social media platforms saying, nah, these guys are full of it, BS. And we're like, you know what, just at least hear us out. And if we give you an action plan, at least see us through, see what we're going to do. Like if we keep our word, then obviously what we're saying had to be true or factual to some extent. Like if we don't keep our word, then go ahead and say, you know what, these guys lied to us. They said they were going to do this and they didn't. So we told everybody, hey, look, our bad. We're sorry. We take full responsibility. We'll figure something out. So what we ended up doing was we did on the V2, we airdropped everybody from the V1. So if you had 10 MEDI on V1, you got 10 MEDI of V2 on the relaunch. So we airdropped all 125 people or 150 people the same amount of MEDI in V2. So it's the same. Yeah, they didn't get the same dollar value, but they got the same MEDI value. And over time, everybody that got their money airdrop, they made their money and some at this point. Because we didn't have higher highs than we had in the first 4 hours. So
V2 was a successful launch for sure.
Yeah.
Man, that's just crazy stuff, man. People are really out here just scheming. Like, what in the hell, man?
It's a lot of them because they think they can't be tracked.
Yeah,
they think they can't be tracked. It's a lot of them. You know, but it's a lot of great great devs out there too. You know,
a lot of great projects, man, out there. It's just
finding the right ones in the rough, you know?
Yeah.
So now moving on to your roadmap, let's go over phase 2. So phase 2, obviously, and what I said in the Meditoken review, this right here is an indicator that you guys are thinking long term because phase 2 already starts with 5,000 plus holders as the minimum requirement, followed by the donation tracker in the white paper release. So for the donation tracker, you want to explain more about that in terms of the charity?
We're doing it. Yeah. So we're doing a donation tracker now. We're working on that on the site right now. So it'll track all the donations made, like the amount that was made. It's going to show the coordinates. So we've done donations all over the world so far, like Philippines, Guatemala. We got stuff going on in Haiti, stuff in Ukraine. We're about to start doing here in the US, England, UK. So every donation we've done or we will do is going to be like on a map. And then you'll be able to pinpoint exactly where we donated to, where the location was, like everything. You'll be able to see it like a Google Earth or a Google Map kind of thing. On top of seeing how much money we've already donated and how much money we got for charity.
Talk about transparency, man. That just knocks it out the water to the next level. Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
That's definitely next level type of stuff.
That's next level. Like other charities, they're gonna have to step it up. Cause at least like the holders in this one know like where their money directly is going to versus the other parties say, yeah, it's for charity. And they take like half of that and run, you know, like
I don't know, Jazz. I'm thinking Shane might want to join up on here, but I don't know.
Let me know. I'll send him a link.
Yeah. Bring him in.
Yeah, he just asked. He's been texting me, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm live with Jazz." He's like,
let me
send me Jazz link." So I'm like, "To the show, okay." I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let me know. Should I send him? I'll try.
I think I've already sent it to him, but you can send it to him. Send it to him again.
Okay, cool, man. Let's keep this party going, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's keep the party going. You guys got some great stuff out here, man.
Shane knows his stuff, man. Oh no, I think he just want to watch. Maybe he just want to watch.
Oh well, I'll send him both. I'll send him both
send them
just
both.
in case. I'll send the link to join the stream, and then
I think he's
on Twitter. The thing is playing on Twitter, I believe. Let me check. I didn't even check my Twitter yet.
I think he's at work.
Let's see. Okay. Let me go through right here. And maybe if he goes on my profile, he'll see I just retweeted the link for the live stream. So maybe he can tune in through there. But yeah, man, this is good stuff, man. And so let's continue going down the phase 2 of the roadmap. So up next, you want to have yourself start listing on the lower tier central exchanges.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have already kind of like thought of like who you guys want to reach out to first to get those early listings.
Yeah. We've talked to several people, L Bank, Hotbit,
Nice.
XT.com. Who else? Not Coin Sniper, Coin Merger, I think it is. We've talked to like several already.
Nice.
So we got some paperwork on the table for one of them, well, two of them. But the strategy is to keep it organic. So what I would like to do is have us focus more on getting onto other swaps, like a Shiba swap or a Dojo swap. Build that organic base some, and bring more, exposure to other communities about MEDI. Do that, and then once we get a good base of holders, then we go for those exchanges, those lower tier, those top tier ones, or whatever.
Nice. So you guys are really strategically building from the ground up.
I think it's a good technique, man. Like so many times people trying to get listed onto exchanges before utilities or before your utilities even, at least close to be ready, right? Have something to sell. Even marketing, man. People like, okay, when is marketing? Well, you only got a token. What you gonna market? You know what I mean? Your token, right? And these guys are not really. It's a lot of people that gets into create a token, which is a business, and there's a lot of aspects of how business should run that they don't know. It's like I would say I'm gonna open a store and I haven't even put merchandise in the store, but I'm ready to market my store. Like when people start coming in, what are they buying? You don't have nothing, right?
Right.
And I feel like that's one thing that in crypto that people need to get their mind off is like, listen, build your business, then market your business. Don't just market your business and get on exchanges. And then when people get in exchanges and they notice the price is not going up, they wonder like, what is going on? I thought the price was supposed to be going up. Well, there's nothing for these people to buy, and people are getting more educated in crypto right now to understand like, well, utility, great dev team, community, like everything kind of connects together to create something of value. But without a utility or anything that you got, and you see a lot of projects right now, great project right now, like we said, people are not really buying into. It's really because that the utilities are not ready. We're gonna see a phase, and I'm thinking during the bull run, all the projects that people are ignoring that came out a couple months ago, they're going to start taking off. Why is that? Not only because of the bull run, because a lot of these projects will have their utility ready, or at least close to be ready. Exactly. So now people know what they're buying. Right now, people don't. That's why you see a lot of dumps. A lot of people buy and they'll dump and this, that. We're going to see another phase of crypto that we're not even used to. Okay, and the reason I can say that, look at all the other crypto projects right now that you could see on Coinbase that actually have utility. Most of these people are holding.
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, you got to give people a reason to hold. Right now, until there's a utility, there's no reason to hold. Smart investors will buy in right now, but we know that 99.9% investors in crypto, they're not smart. So no, I just got to keep it real. This is what it is, and you see how people are investing in crypto. It's really a dumb way. I'm buying now. Oh shoot, I make $1,000. I'm gonna sell. That type of stuff because you're not smart. You don't even know what you're holding in your wallet. Every token is the same to you, but they're not. Every project is not the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah. That is true, man. And it's good that you guys are already setting the tone of where you guys want to go in terms of utility and marketing for this project, because we are still in a bear market. Yep. So having all the eggs laid out, having all the seeds planted from that next bull run, that's where we're going to see a shift in this right here. This is going to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like how Meditoken is set up like an empire in their own field.
Yeah.
So there's so many aspects to your project. That's what I like. It's not boring, right? You don't just have I got an NFT, that's it. You know, there's so many different aspects, different utilities that are lined up. Everything's connected together. So that I like that, and I think these are the projects that actually gonna be end up being a huge, uh, uh, um, blueprint. You know, a huge uh, empire in the in the next years to come in the crypto space.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think another thing we're doing to like ensure value to our holders and longevity is like we're always looking to partner up with other, like the Meditoken's goal is always to, like, we want to be all inclusive, all communities can come in, and get some MEDI and feel like part of the MEDI family. Like we're neutral. Like we don't have any beef with anybody. We're not trying to get any beef. Like we want everybody to be involved with our projects, right? So we've been reaching out to certain like tokens or other projects. Like, for example, one of our partnerships is Mandocs, right? So Mandocs, yeah. So check this out. So Mandocs and MEDI are going to do a collab NFT drop, right? It's going to be a combination of the MEDI and the Mandoc style in one. So that's official. Like that's a legit official partnership.
Yo,
yeah.
Brandon, shoot.
We got more, man. So we got that going on. We partnered up with some other tokens like List Token. We partnered up with them. Red Panda Earth. We partnered up with them. Who else out there? We're talking to a couple other tokens. So we're setting up partnerships with certain tokens to ensure longevity and inclusiveness for other communities to come together. So if you hear from me or from the official team that we did a partnership with somebody, like we tell everybody, hey, we're partnering with these people. So, and we got people out there working with now, man. So that's another thing to look forward to, in the future with us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that, man.
Stuff, man. We got some other people. I can't drop names yet. Like we got some
that I understand. At least you dropped a name, man. Mandocs, that's a big deal. That's a big deal right there, man.
Yep, big deal.
Huge. Oh man.
So where we at now? This 800,000 market cap. Just think once we drop that Mandocs collab NFT drop. That's just one thing.
Man. And everybody know how Mandoc's been doing in this space. If you don't know about Mandocs, yeah, look at them. Like some of the names that he's dropping, go take a look at them. That'll tell you exactly where they're going.
Yep.
Even if you don't believe in a project, look at the partnership, who they rubbing shoulders with. Like, you see Bert, you may like, man, I don't like that guy, but look at my network. Look at my network circle, right? That type of stuff. And that'll tell you a lot.
Yeah, so that already answered that securing new partnerships process of phase 2. Now,
and this is, sorry to cut you off. This is
okay, man. This
is one thing that I just, because I get a thought and I lose it within a second, right? Yeah. And this it happens a lot, man. This is something that I noticed that this is something that emerging from all the craziness that's been going on in crypto, right? And there has to be chaos in order for something else to form, out of it, right? We saw what happened over the last few months. It's been so chaotic, rug pulls, trust, this and that. But I see something else is emerging from all the trash that's been going on. It's like a lot of projects are really coming together, like you saying, that instead of sitting here saying we against each other, like partnering up with each other and being able to make, and this is how projects are becoming stronger, right? And because people don't think about it, like there's only 4% of people in the world that's in crypto. Think about this, right? We think that there's a lot of projects now. Nah, we ain't seen nothing yet. But these projects that are really building the foundation of how things should be, how projects should be working with project instead of fighting against projects. There's no reason for competition right now.
There isn't.
No,
because we're already like in the opposition lane against like majority of the world.
Right.
Yeah. There's no
it's
reason.
crazy right now, man. That's like, Samsung and Apple going at each other. Like, man, they don't go after each other. They coexist.
They coexist, exactly. Either you're a Samsung user or you're an Apple user, which we know Apple's better. I'm playing. But no, it's true though. It's true. And in this current space, right, and with the war going on and the market looking somewhat shifty and unstable, new regulation occurring. We need unity because there's still only roughly like 4% of the money that's in crypto right now, like altogether. It's only like 1.7 trillion, I think. So we're still very, very young, and we're like a whole minority. So the worst thing to do is have a minority turn against each other from the inside when we should all be banding together and bringing more people in from the outside. So that's what I like about what you guys are doing. I like that unity, that partnerships you guys are creating. You're not looking to just take that person down and step on their shoes to boost yourself. You're working with them. But at the same time, you're staying in your own lane because MEDI still stands out as its own entity, as its own empire, like Bert was saying. And you guys are doing a great job at balancing that. So I got to give my props to that.
I think the next phase of crypto, these different crypto projects, really some of these crypto projects that we see that's partnering up together. At some point in time, you're going to see a lot of projects merging together and creating a bigger empire, right? We see that in the business world right now. Yeah, but this is actually what's going to happen. But these are the projects that actually built some type of value. I've already established that partnership relationship. Like if you sinking, they're not going to let you sink. Somebody's going to be like, listen, let's go ahead and do this and merge together. Everybody's winning. You know, this is what's coming in my view for the good projects.
Yeah, now you're right, man, because like Meditoken is charity focused healthcare, medical, first responders. But that's our main focus. So that's why we partner up with Red Panda. They charity with, you know, wildlife. And we got some other people we're talking to that deal with, you know, hydro electricity and building like wells and communities in Africa and stuff like that. That's another project who we're talking to right now. So we're in our lane, but we're trying to find other people in other lanes who we can
relate to that.
Wow. When MEDI convention, not when Lambo, when MEDI convention, I think
this time next year, man.
Man, let go, man. Hey, you know, we're gonna be out here with the camera, you know, hey, studio, we'll be out there. Just let us know, man. This is crazy, man.
It is awesome stuff. I never knew that MEDI was doing all of this behind the scenes, you know, like holy crap.
We've been quiet, man. So a lot of people are like, win marketing and win this, win that. It's like, man, y'all have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. So we went up and we dipped. Meditoken is not a $1 million market cap project. It's not. This is big. This is global, corporation wise. I'm talking like 100 mil. My vision is 100 mil plus. That's my vision. So where we at now?
That's the way to do it.
Right.
That's the way to look at it. And for those that don't know, if you get in right now and they hit that 100 mil plus, that's well more than 100x on your investment, guys. Like well more than that.
Right. So I'm not worried about MEDI, man. People be like, oh, what's going on with the price? Like, just sit back and enjoy the ride, man.
Exactly. And what people need to understand too, is that not every day is going to be a good day. You know, not every day is going to be a brand new partnership, a brand new listing, a brand new this, a brand new that. You know, just like crypto, everything has its ups and its downs. But the most important thing is that all in all, you guys are still working and you guys are still planning. And that's the most important part. There's a lot of developers out there that, you know, they talk more, but you don't see them doing as much. So it's kind of just like they're at a standstill, and you guys are doing it different. You guys are getting that formula down where it's okay, we're going to say this much, but we're doing this as well. And then we're going to say this and then we're going to keep doing this. And it's a good look for investors and other potential investors. So you guys are doing a really good job.
Appreciate that.
Have you guys had any articles out about what MEDI's doing or not yet?
We got a Medium post or two. We got a couple of articles here and there. We're going to start hitting more articles to get more like exposure on the web, you know. So yeah, we don't have
I got some reach.
Yeah.
We'll
okay.
Probably,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
That wealthy verse.
Nah, we got some. Nah, people just think I just do YouTube, man. I got so many reaches, man. I don't even know what to do with it. So yeah, definitely.
Okay, we'll link up. Yeah, I need that.
Yes, sir, man. Wealthy verse gonna have your back, man. They on it. Now, what I wanted to ask real quick about the phase 2, I wanted to know more about the second play to earn game launch. Is that the Medicopter still just like the more finalized version, or is that an entirely different game that should be coming for phase 2?
Oh, entirely different game, man. Like Meditoken
Really?
is game one. Like the second game is going to be a choice of, we got 3 games we can put out there. We don't know which one we're going to do yet.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Man. Gotta keep it going for the investors, man. Gotta have people come and invest. Yeah.
Hey man, you got most of these projects been hyping for like a gazillion months on one play to earn game. You guys already thinking of your next play to earn game after the first one comes out. Oh man,
it's crazy, man. That's what I've always thought. I've always thought when I deal with a project that says, well, I got a couple NFTs and we got a play to earn game, and I'm like, why just have an idea of coming out with one play to earn game? Like, why don't just say, you know what, we have one right now, but we're not stopping at one. So that creates a longevity in the minds of an investor. I know, okay, well, you know, this and that, you got one game comes out. And I hate when they like, oh, well, you know, we right now, this is it. Like, we don't know, just like we working on a lot of different ideas on the pipeline. We can't talk about it, but these are some of the things that we're looking at right now, because it's a lot of people, they don't know. You're talking to investors. You know what I mean? I always tell people, listen, and this is what I like about Meditoken. You guys actually have utility, but yet you are a charity token. This is the difference. Yeah. You care about what your cause. You create a project to support a cause, right? This is where most charity projects that have tokens, they don't think. Because you care don't mean your investors care. Your investors care only one thing: make money.
Yeah.
So giving people money out does not brings money in. So you have to create utilities to support your token, which gives it value. Then investors gonna believe they're gonna make money. They're gonna put their money in. So therefore, now your project is funded. Everything is moving in circle. Now to just say, well, I gotta, I'm helping people on Mars, like.
I'm helping people in Mars.
You better have Martian rocks as your utility or something rare to back up your token, because other than that, your cause is all your cause, but investors, they only in crypto to make money.
Exactly.
Yeah. All these people that's talking about, oh, I like what Meditoken is doing, man. They're standing great. Like, listen, you're not gonna buy in if they were just saying they were just helping people. That's it. They didn't have a utility.
But they got something that's worth holding for. And on top of that, going into the next part, speaking of like the donations, I see that you're having the second community chosen donation, because you guys had that in the first phase as well. Now that's another smart one. And on the top of that, you have the second development team chosen donation. So I think it's like 2 different donations, right? One for what the investors want for, and then one for what you guys want to put it for. Am I correct?
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, and we need to update that because we're already past our second one. We've done about $40,000 so far.
Damn.
Yeah. So the charity.
Okay, MEDI.
Yeah, man, we're trying to do stuff, man. Small cap, man, but we got.
What you're doing? Big things for a small cap, and guys, take notice of that, man. It's not every low cap coin is a gem, but the ones that are doing big things despite having a low cap, those are the coins to be looking out for, guys. Those are the ones you want to keep your eye on for that next bull run, because you could be seeing some crazy movement when that happens. Man,
and at least you know what your money is being used for, right? Used towards. Half the time, like I could name a couple projects that says they got a game coming out. The marketing wallet is like boom, because when you look on the Telegram, it's like, man, you got like 20,000 people, bro. You can't even give me a good quality game. And you got one game, and I look at your website, I'm like, you can't even go to Fiverr and get a good logo designer,
right?
Like,
it's like they good at getting the initial hype, like the shillers and stuff like that, but that's not what it comes down to. It comes down to, can you keep the hype? Can you keep it? And Brandon and MEDI, the whole team, they doing a great job at that, as I see, man. And we not even in initial phase 2 yet, man. They already got all this stuff done, plus a donation tracker. Let's just throw that out there too. The donation trackers, you can track everything of where the money's going to, what they're using for those donations, man. Listen, you guys are killing it. You guys are really killing it, man.
Trying it, man. We're trying.
We ain't even look at phase 3 yet, and we ain't even look at phase 3 yet, man. And now it starts to make more sense, because with all of these things to be checked marked and the upcoming bull run, now I can see phase 3 where you guys hit that 15,000 holder mark. It all ties in now. Followed by now, this one says initial research of the MEDI utility platform to be announced. Was that what we were talking about earlier on the website? Was that the hub?
Yep, that's the hub.
All right. So hub in phase 3, guys. Be on the lookout for that one. And then comes listing on the top tier exchanges. So I like how you guys are starting in the low cap realm, but you're doing big things in it, creating your noise, creating your buzz, because doing that method is going to take little to no effort to get you guys on that radar and get into these low tier centralized exchanges. Dominate that, take over that scene. Boom. Now you're ready for the big leagues. And versus a lot of projects, when they come out, it's good that they kind of shoot for the stars. They aim immediately for the top tier exchanges, but they don't understand that they don't have much of an incentive for those people in those exchanges to say, oh, let's go list these guys. It's probably going to bring us more money. So you guys are doing it right by laying out the foundation step by step.
Yep, man. This was and like I said, this roadmap was created months ago. This has been planned out strategically. This ain't like we just copy somebody's stuff and toss it out there. Like this is these numbers, what you're seeing right here is stuff that's been planned out. Like the vision has been like a foresight of, we're thinking five years on this. Like that's how we're looking at it, 5+.
That's the way to do it. I mean, if you want to be a long-term project, and it's important to have that long-term vision, and you got it for sure, man. After this conversation, I could 100% confidently say, guys, Brandon got it for sure. The Meditoken team, they got it for sure, man. I have no doubt that you guys are going to do great in this space. I have no doubt about it, man. And then phase 4 to be announced. Oh, that's like but wait, there's more.
Right.
It's like the sequel.
Exactly, that's the sequel, man. We in the first part of the movie.
After
right
you
now.
watch a good movie, you're like, damn, man, I wish there was a sequel. And like, okay.
This volume
to be continued.
1 of Bad Boys.
Like that.
That's what we watching right now. Volume 2, we're gonna see after them top tier exchanges. Who knows what the price is gonna be? Who knows what the market cap is gonna be by then, man?
This is the thing is, like with crypto, it's like, you know, that's why I don't understand why people limit themselves. Like a dev would limit themselves as to how they, you know, set up their business with crypto, because really the sky's the limit, right? Because there's no real regulation. So you could structure your business in a way where you can constantly keep growing and growing and growing. And this is what I see with MEDI right here. It's like it sets itself up in a way where you could constantly keep growing and growing, not only with the utilities, but also with the partnerships.
Exactly.
And that's a big deal. Yeah, that's a big catalyst for growth in itself, because, you know, you constantly making partnership, which brings different ideas and different opportunity, not only for your business, but also, well, for your business, but that benefits investors as well.
Yep. I agree.
Exactly. And for those, I know we had a slightly bigger audience like 10 minutes ago, but for those that are still tuned in, man, if you want to buy Meditoken, guys, here is how you do it. Let me check the description, man. Make sure we got the website also in the description, guys. If you want to do your research on Meditoken, the chart, the DEX tools chart, you guys don't know how it's looking. It's right over here, guys. Type in MEDI on DEX tools, Meditoken, and do your research, guys, and make the judgment on, is this a token that you want to invest in? Because if you are looking to invest in it, look at this token from a long-term standpoint. Do not look at it as a quick pump and dump, because clearly, as you can tell from this conversation, this is not one of those projects at all. So great job, man. Great job, Brandon.
Thank you.
Let's go. I think it's time we wrap this show up now. We passed that 1 hour mark. Bert, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Pleasure.
Brandon, thank you so much for taking the time out. I know you got a busy schedule with the team, but taking the time out to be here and explain the project to these potential investors, the chosen ones that I call my audience. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. Thank you, Bert, for dropping by, man.
Pleasure, man.
Thank the team and thank the community. Like, there's no MEDI without the community, man. So I gotta thank them personally.
Absolutely.
You know, so we're grinding.
100%, man. 100%, man.
Oh,
So Yo,
Yeah.
what's up? What's up?
Yeah, man. So I always ask the AMA, like a host, to give me a charity to donate on their behalf. Like I got Bert already.
You see, I didn't say nothing.
Oh, okay.
So I need you to pick a charity, any charity or any type of like organization or sector you want me to donate to, and then we'll donate. MEDI would donate on your behalf to whatever charity you choose.
Okay, what are my options? What are you guys looking at for the options?
It's whatever, man. I don't tell people where to give, you know.
Save the Aliens Foundation.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to do more of my research on these different charities, man. I gotta pick carefully.
No rush, man. But I do that with all my AMA people, man. So I always ask them, hey, give me something I can donate to on your behalf. So take your time. You know, you got my info. We'll DM each other. We'll figure it out.
That's what's up, Brandon. That's some awesome stuff that you do that. I've never heard a charity project like so in depth with it. That even they asked the host of the AMAs, what charity do they have their mind set on to put some money towards? That's wow. You guys are not playing around, man. You guys really are playing around. Yo, these guys about their business, man. Who are we kidding? Meditoken about their business, man. Any last words you like to say to the crowd?
Get some MEDI. Big things in store. Don't let that chart scare you off. Don't let that price look good to you, because there's a lot that you don't see, a lot you don't know yet, a lot coming.
And in all honesty, the chart looks really good for an entry point. It actually looks very enticing, considering that we're still in a bear market, guys, you know? And as for you, my guy, Bert, any last words you want to say to the crowd?
Nah, man. Nice. Thank you for having me. And it was a pleasure being here and listening in to what MEDI was working on. I know I've sat down with them, but it seems like it was so long ago. But you know, compared to the time that I've sat down with them and now, you guys have done quite a bit of work with this project. It seems like it's been a while ago. But nah, man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. It's an amazing project. And you know, I hope everybody can see what Meditoken is all about and actually appreciate it for what it is.
Absolutely, man.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. So with that being said, folks, I'm Jazz Royce. That's Brandon Styles, and that's Mr. Burt. Today we talking about Meditoken, guys. So do your research. Links in the description, guys. Check it out, man. If you want to know, we have a review video as well on the page. Go back and check that out. That was done just over the weekend. And with that being said, folks, I'm going to catch each and every one of you guys at the top.